late night live. That's right. Of course, we are looking forward to this. Is it you? Who's this on the phone? It's bloody you. That's right. We were phoning live. You could be the star of the show today as we look back on tonight's drama. That was, of course, the 2-0 shambles by Ecuador. Of course, we'll get to the phone in when, of course, we get somebody on in a minute. But don't worry. Even if I get nobody, it's just you and I. We'll talk about the World Cup shambles. What do you thought about that? If you want to get your opinions across, get in the Zoom. We'll get you on. And we'll just have a look. We'll hash it out, of course. I'm waiting, standing by, of course, for anybody to come on in. Of course, we'll get to that in a minute. Of course, if you do, subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the little bell. Of course, game one, match one. What did we think about it? I thought it was a bit of a shit show, to be honest with you. I'm going to watch my P's and Q's. I've got to actually do a bit of... so here is the graphic for the phone-in. Now, it is wrong. I've just been politely reminded that it is wrong. So we need to kind of fix that. How do I fix it? Anyway, it's Cutley/Qatar 22. Forget the 20 in the middle there. That is the phone in. If you want to get in on it soon, of course. I am expecting at least one of the overseas mafiosos to get in on the chat. But what have we thought about the start to the World Cup? To be honest with you, I thought it was a bit of a snore fest. Don't get me wrong. Ecuador were good, or at least they were good on paper against what was a bit of mediocrity. Of course, we do have a caller coming on here, coming in hot. Who can it be? Of course, we're taking it easy. We are easing our way into the phone, and we got Alexander Haben, one of the mafiosos. I know who he is, so he'll be hopefully on the show. He can see me, but he doesn't need to show me his thing. But anyway, Alex, a mystery caller number one. Hopefully, you can hear me. What are your thoughts about the opening day in the World Cup, or what are your points that you want to talk about today on the phone in? Yeah, hang on a second there, young man. Hang on a second, young man. I'm trying to find out why I'm not... Okay, 1 second. Let me shove that down there. Okay, go for it. You should be on the air. Go. You're live on the air. No, I can, but for whatever reason, I'm not getting audio across the way here. Why am I not getting audio across the way? I should have tested this out in the beginning here. Let me see why I'm not getting audio. Why am I not? I can hear you, but the viewers at home cannot. Live indeed. We are live. Do something now. Say something now. Yeah. Yep. What's going on here? Let me do some testing here. Test some. No, I can hear you. I can hear you, but the audience cannot. That's why we need to hash these out in the process there. This is plugged in. Why aren't we hearing you? Strange. Maybe that is why. Try again. Yeah, he's not getting you still. All right, while we figure that out, yeah, it was an easy win for Ecuador, of course. 2-0, job done, piece of cake in the bag. Why is my audio not working here? No, it should be something to do with me here. I don't know why it's not giving me the audio. It's strange. Anyway, whatever. Maybe I'll just do this. I will do... maybe that's what I did. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's what I got wrong. Okay, I'm with it. I know what it is. I will go in here, and then, because I'm an IT specialist, I'll figure this bad boy out. We want that one right there. No, we don't. We want that one right there. Now, give it to me straight. You are live on the air. Okay, still haven't figured it out. Still, no, I cannot at the moment. Hang on. Oh, we're loading. Here comes Jacob now. They're all coming in here. Putting me under pressure. Say something straight. Oh, for fuck. This is garbage. It's garbage. Who did this? Who bloody came in here and did this? Hang on, it's me. I messed it up. I can hear you. Just hang on. It's just the stream ain't taking you. The stream is not taking you. For whatever reason, the stream is not taking you. What is going on here? Elgato. This is gold. You guys are missing it. I don't know why it's not happening. We'll get it right for the proper day. Today was just a dress rehearsal. Why is it not taking it? Maybe. Okay, so what we're going to do? We're going to exit the Zoom, all of us. I'm going to hang up the Zoom and we're going to start again. You jump back in. So that's the plan. I'll go in here. Hopefully that'll take it. We will figure it out, guys. We will figure it out. It's live technical snafus. I don't know why it's been a right old numpty. Test. Mute. Nah. It's not. You're not having it. It's not having it. It was all working bloody nice this morning. It was all working good this morning. Hello, hello. Just stick with us. We will get through this whatever the show this is about to be. I will go all dressed up for nothing. Got all dressed up for nothing. What's going on here? Test. Why is this not taking this? We will figure it out. Hopefully you had a better World Cup than I am. Because right now, this is, for whatever reason, should be taking the audio. Okay, what else? We've got 2 guys waiting in the waiting room. The link is out there. Everybody's just jumping in. It's mayhem. It's bloody mayhem. Let me see what's going on here. If I go into my default sound, it says test. It says aggregate. Now, if I just go like this, if I go out and we just unplug you, unplug this piece of shit, and then crank you sons of guns up here. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that for now. All right, we're bidding them. We're bidding them headphones. We're bidding them piece of headphones. Let me clean this up a bit. This looks like ass. Okay, there we go. There we bloody go. So Alex should be joining us here. Hopefully no one else does, because I'm all over the place. It's meant to be a talk show. We are talking live about the World Cup. Now what's going on? Now what's bloody going on? We want output. There we go. Well, while he's figuring it all out, we'll sort that out. All right. Well, Jacob's sorting himself out. Alex is doing something. But we are live with some audio coming at you. Jacob? Jacob? Hey! Loud! Speak loud. Okay, so World Cup kicked off today. A bit of a shambles, I thought. Not the greatest spectacle for world football. But it's not about me. It's about you. What are your thoughts on the opening to the World Cup? And maybe, what are your thoughts about England for tomorrow?
No, I mean, the first game, it was, well, it happened, I guess, didn't it? Very controversial with the disallowed goal right at the start. I saw more than a few things on Twitter saying that VAR had been paid off, this, that and the other. It turns out that it was offside, I do believe. But no, I mean, a very comfortable win for Ecuador. A bit of a shambles. Qatar looked, to be honest, the first ever team to lose, first ever whole nation round to lose the first game. And I guess a lot of people would say, thankfully so, with all the kind of background behind this World Cup. Yeah, it was men against boys, to be honest. And then the second half, Ecuador, they knew Qatar weren't going to do anything. I think the 3 touches in their box the entire game, which is almost been Burnley levels.
Yeah. Just thinking that myself.
Yeah, very, very poor. But in regards to tomorrow, yeah, unfortunately it's very shit timing for us lot over in England, but even worse for you, Dirk. You're going to be up at what, 6 a.m. watching it, something like that?
No, not that bad. I hope it. I think it's 8 a.m. for us, so it's. I think the Tuesday onwards is when it gets really rough at 5 a.m. for the game. So that's where it's going to get nasty. I think it's 8 a.m. You got to be checking it right now. But I believe it's 8 a.m. for me, East Coast. If you're West Coast, then you're in trouble. So I think there's a couple of expats, Rovers expats living in California that will be up early for that one. So I pity them. I pity the fools for that one. But I think I even saw a leak of the English team that's going to be out there. Have you managed to catch that yourself, or who do you want to see start for England?
I haven't actually. Did you see who was on that league?
Not all of it, but I think it was a back four. Bellingham in the midfield, I think. Rice. It was like the majority of the 11. I didn't get all of it, but I don't think there's many surprises. I think Maguire starts. I think I can't. I you need to check it out. It's all over the place on Twitter. So
I'm surprised if it is a back four, to be honest. Obviously, the entire time nearly up top it has been a back five. And to be honest, with how weak our centre halves are at the minute, I feel a bit, I don't know, if we went forwards with a back five into those potentially harder games we feel against USA and Wales, I would be a little concerned probably at that point, and especially if we were to go with the back four into the knockout round. But seeing as it's Iran who, on paper, should be the weakest game out of the three, you would feel, and definitely be the game where we have to get the 3 points, and they probably will, look to frustrate us, look to nick a draw or nick a win. I feel like that might be Southgate's thinking, but to be honest, if you go with a back five, but you're playing Trent at right wing back, just playing basically as a right winger, I wouldn't mind that too much either. So I guess time will tell, but it has to be obviously 3 points tomorrow for England.
Yeah, I got a tweet now in front of me here. It says Maguire, partner Stones, Trippier and Luke Shaw fullbacks. Declan Rice will be midfield with Mason Mount, Jude Bellingham. Sterling will be on the left. Kane up top. Pickford will start his third major as number 1. They're missing somebody else. There's one player missing, I think. Saka's coming in. Saka's coming in for Foden. That's it. Yeah, that's the 11 I'm seeing. Well, just to let everyone know, this is Jacob on the line here. Alex has shit the bed and ran away. I don't know where he's gone. But Jacob is on it. On the money. He's on the money. So are you watching the game tomorrow? Are you working, or are you out and about? Will you be able to pop on before the kickoff, or what's your plan?
No, I'll be able to pop on before the kickoff, yeah. Thankfully, I'm not working tomorrow at that time, so I'm one of the few who are going to talk with you, thankfully. But yeah, I'm excited. This game today's kind of got me in the World Cup mood. I know obviously there's everything behind it, but yeah, let's try and concentrate on the football, I guess, as Gary Lineker said.
Yeah, I didn't get to see the BBC coverage, which is what I like the BBC coverage, or the English coverage anyway. The American coverage is definitely different. This was for me the appetizer. I couldn't really get too behind this game. I'm hoping tomorrow we will be inundated with good stuff across the groups A and B. Interested to see how the Americans are going to get on against the Welsh as well. But yes, England should be favoured to win this game. So we'll have to see about that. But
the Americans in that game, but like you say, obviously wasn't exactly a spectacle today. 2 teams, but obviously Qatar are very good. They obviously they're through hosting the World Cup. Not only juggernauts of the World Cup by any means, but after seeing that outcome, it was true. I do rate their chances at maybe getting out the group of Senegal just simply because Sadio Mane is injured. I do give them a chance. If they play like similar to that against Senegal, I think I'd give them a chance.
Yeah, I'm with you. Their chances have definitely boosted by that Sadio Mane absence, of course. If you want to take a break here, Jacob, I've got the Habenmeister is in the house. I appreciate it. Late at night, I know it's late in England. Well, we'll see if Alex actually gets his audio connected there. We'll see. Qatar looked woeful. They were better in the second half. I'll give them that. But Alex, what are your thoughts about the World Cup so far, and what are your hopes and dreams for tomorrow with England?
Hello.
Hey, what are your hopes?
For
for the World Cup and for England?
Well, I unlike you, Dirk, would like to see England win the World Cup.
Whoa! You put words in my mouth there, man. You put words in my mouth. I would never say such a thing. My mum's watching. I can't say that. Germany all the way. But I'd like to see it. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see England do well. But I would like a repeat of the Euros where you have a massive World Cup heartbreak and get so close and to just let it slip through your fingers. That would be my cup of tea. No disrespect, of course.
That would be torch.
It would be great. It would be great. And I imagine though. Well, see, of course, tomorrow is. I'm looking forward to tomorrow with seeing England. I want to see them in action, and we should be lit up with entertainment with England. I'm also looking forward to the Americans to see if the Americans are going to be like Ecuador, kind of surprise a few people to see if they can be contenders for this. What are your expectations for Iran, USA, and Wales in the group? How do you see that group panning out?
I think England could top it. So I don't know. I think it'll be Wales or England probably.
Wow.
First or second, right? One way round or the other way round. And then it's Iran and I forgot the other one.
It's the mighty Americans. Are you being funny? Are you being funny here?
Oh, of course, the mighty Americans, of course.
USA, indeed.
Yeah, they are good. They're quite. You know about them, so they're pretty good, aren't they?
Well, I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't know.
They got the Chelsea guy Pulisic, haven't they?
They have, and he's actually a local boy to where we live in Pennsylvania. He came from Hershey, so we. Huh?
Yeah.
He's like the Milky Bar kid, but he's like the Hershey Bar kid. The Hershey bars are on me, he says. That's his catchphrase.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And he's the best player.
That's debatable. It's a debatable. He should be the best player, but they've got. I tell you what, the Americans could surprise us. But any nerves about Iran tomorrow?
Yeah.
You do?
No, not really. I wouldn't. No, I think England. If England can't win against Iran tomorrow, they should just get straight back on the plane. As far as I'm concerned.
Okay, how about this one? I'll put some words in your mouth a little bit here. What would if England fail to get out of these groups? Is Southgate done? Is he sacked? Is he fired? Is he out?
I mean, Wales and America are decent teams. So I think it would be seen as a failure, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I think probably he probably should go, but I'm not saying that it's an easy task because the Americans and the Welsh have got good teams. They've got decent squads and decent teams, but I don't rate Iran.
Well, yeah, I think Iran are a bit of a mystery. I don't know what to expect. I'm hearing a lot of chat in some of the comments and some of the videos that saying Iran are gonna surprise a few people. They might not surprise against England, but they might be surprised. They might be able to surprise Wales and USA. So while you're there, just hang tight a minute. I'm gonna mute you for a second because I'm gonna just do a little bit of cleaning up here on regards to this. Just gonna go do a kind of quick review because I don't really fancy doing a review tonight, but I'm gonna go over the game quickly. Of course, earlier today, Ecuador did beat Qatar 2-0. They put them to bed nice and early. Couple of goals, could have been 3, could have been 4. The stats are here in all its glory. 53% possession for the visitors in a way for Ecuador, 47% for Qatar. They had 5 shots to Qatar. That's much better than Rovers. Then they had 5 off target, none of them on target. Again, a very familiar thing for us Rovers fans here. And as you see, free kicks. I don't even know if that's legitimate, 15 apiece, but it was a bit of a shambles. Can I take a look at the quick team news here? Of course, as you can see, the starting 11 then for Qatar. Everybody's favourites are in there. All your favourite Qatari players. Mine is Afif. £4 million rated as well, but that's crazy. Does play in Qatar. These were the subs. As for, of course, the Ecuadorians, again, Valencia, 33 years of age, ain't no slouch. Disposed of Qatar today, didn't he? And of course, very much in control. It didn't look like they were ever under pressure for this game. And again, there's the subs. We saw a few of those as well. What's next? What's next for these guys here? Qatar will take on Senegal. I do give them a bit of a chance here because, again, if they can get their second half performance was better, they might be able to scrape a point out of this, which would be very beneficial for Ecuador heading into the Dutchies, of course. That's that. England take on USA. We'll talk about that. This is what's coming at you tomorrow as well before we wrap up here with another, maybe with the chat here. England take on Iran nice and early. Then it's Senegal against the Dutchies in Group A. That'll wrap up match number 1 over there. Then it'll be the United States up against the Welsh. Before we bounce out of that and get back to the chat, let's how do I do this? How am I going to do this now? We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to scoot that bad boy over here, and then we're going to scoot that over here like this. So, meanwhile, over on Twitter, let's have a little look at what the fans are saying out there. Let's have a look at what the fans are saying. So, Bruce Willis, the Ukrainian Bruce Willis, said this: excellent game from Ecuador today. Meanwhile, Stephen Lush said, I thought it was a good first game, but didn't agree with Ecuador's penalty kick. I think the ref favoured them. Carlos Flores said, my school varsity team is better than this Qatar team. You're probably right. Sam and iPad said, a match unworthy of the opening World Cup, a very boring match. Also agree with you there. Masha said, Valencia, not Ecuador. Lol. He played it. He killed it. Hope he gets well and continues playing. Ben Cooper Whitecats, he looks like he's a Canadian. First time host has ever lost their opening match. Qatar making history, but making it for the wrong way. Rother 123 said, one of the worst matches of football you'll ever see. Qatar completely useless. Ecuador walked most of the match, actively avoiding to score. This guy, Prudence Pretty Greens. Today was a mini start. Tomorrow is Pro Max. Qatar will witness a real game tomorrow. That's when the big boys are out, so we'll look forward to that. This guy, Khashoggi Nababa, said second half Qatar was not that bad. And then Bobby Seagill, who I think has subscribed to Twitter. No, he's a legitimate person. Congrats, Ecuador. With Valencia, they could go far. And Qatar had a couple of chances to get themselves back. Looking forward to tomorrow. I'm born in England. My parents are from India. Put flags where you are from. That's what he's chatting with everybody. Let's go back to the chat. Jacob or Alex, you can feel free to unmute yourself and give us your thoughts and opinions about closing comments for this. If I can find where the bloody hell the graphic is. Any closing comments for this? 1 second. Hang on a minute, Governor. Oh, you could probably just carry on. Talk away to your heart's content.
Right.
Whoa! There's a fight breaking out in the chat. I don't know. Whoever wants to go first, you decide amongst yourselves.
I was just quickly going to say, I think after watching that first half performance from Qatar, I've thought to myself, maybe put a cheeky bet on Netherlands to get at least 5 goals in that game against them. I think they're a bit of a methodical team under Louis van Gaal, but I think they can run riot in that game, to be honest with you.
Good observation. Yeah, I think I was looking at Valencia thinking he could have a barnstormer. He could have 3 or 4, and he could put him well in the mix for Golden Boot already. But unfortunately, he picked up a bit of a niggle and got pulled out on that one. What about you, Alex? Any closing comments before we put that game to bed, and then maybe focus a little bit on tomorrow?
I think we'd take Ella Valencia at Rovers, wouldn't we?
We would, but he's a bit old. I don't know how well he can cope. What's going on here? Why? My thing's all out of whack. Yeah, he's a little old for me, but don't get me right. And again, I'd like to see him. If we were really considering something like that, something crazy like that, I want to see him up against some real opposition. I think today it felt like a training ground, that sort of thing. It did.
Qatar made him look good.
Yeah, and I'm curious to know, like, this really did feel like it was a piss poor opening game to a World Cup. It just felt. Yeah. It felt boring, and there was, I couldn't get excited about it, even though I was up at 4 a.m.
How many fans left the stadium? Did you see how many were leaving?
Yeah, was that Qataris or was that Ecuadorians? I think it was Qataris that left.
Oh yeah, the Qataris had just had enough of what they'd seen. To be honest, I think if we're brutally honest, I think Atkinson Stanley would have beat Qatar today.
Yeah, they were woeful.
Yeah, disappointing.
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys, those watching at home, you could be on here probably tomorrow. We're going to be doing these daily, of course, a recap of the day's events, and looking forward to the next day's action. And hopefully, I'll. Oh wow, Gavana, we've got a late. Who's this mystery? We got a mystery guy coming in here. Again, it is wide up. Hey,
is Jacob confident for England tomorrow?
I've got to be confident. I'm getting 2-0 Alex. I'll probably 2-0 England tonight, I'd say.
Yeah. I'd probably go along with that. Something like that.
well, there is. Huh?
I was just saying, if they don't win, then they should just get straight back on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
But there is another couple other games going on as well, including the Welsh taking on the mighty red, white, and blue. And I believe, word of my ear, we have Pete standing by. What are your hopes and dreams, Pete, for the Americans against the Welsh?
Billy Rovers here, Dirk, Alex, Jacob. I'm here on the scene. And yeah, it's good to be here, guys. I'm good to be in the scene here. I gotta say, Dirk, first and foremost, Cass the Cat is 1-0.
Oh yeah,
on her predictions.
she did better than me.
Cass the Cat, huh?
She did better than me. I got it wrong.
And then, of course, everybody's talking, Dirk. We're all wondering, when is Luna, the dog, going to be making the picks for us here?
I don't know. She's just too wild, and I don't know. We're working on it. She's not as disciplined as Cass. You know, Cass is she's tried and trusted. It's like third World Cup now for Cass.
I think we're gonna get see an Iran big win tomorrow, and you guys over there, Alex and Jacob, are gonna be praying that you can pull one over us on Friday, because I think you're gonna be up against it tomorrow. Coming out, Iran is playing with everything on their shoulders, and they want to come out and do something tomorrow. I think you guys better be waking up early there for this one.
Pete, should we be scared by the US?
Of course, you should be. We've got the guy, the Norwich City guy, Josh Sargent, who's just ahead of Ben Brereton Diaz there for the Golden Boot Award. He's got 9 goals and 2 assists, and the USA has brought him over there. Unfortunately, Chile couldn't bring BBD, so Josh Sargent is putting on the USA top for them, and he's going to be putting in some more into the back of the net tomorrow versus Wales. So.
Yeah, it's all set up nicely for the home nations, and of course the Americanos to get their campaigns off to a flyer. But yeah, I don't know which way to go on the Welsh one's going to be tough. I think America should win. I think, honestly, because I think they're going to rely too much on Bale, and I just don't know how fit he actually is. But Pete, from an American point of view, we heard from the English, the Barmy Army there about Qatar and Ecuador. Did you manage to catch the game, or did you do a better thing and stab forks in your eyes?
Yeah, I missed the opening ceremonies, but I saw a bit of the game today. It was very early there with the first one that was called back, and I thought they were going to ban VAR, but then they were all back in the back of the room and like, we need VAR, get more VAR out there. So it seemed like it was quite the game. I think the guy Valencia, he obviously could have got more. He probably wanted to cash in for a possible golden boot just out of the group stage alone there with today's game. But that was something today for sure.
He should have had a hat trick at least.
He should have. He got robbed. I thought he got daylight robbery with that first one. I thought it was. I don't know how they made that offside. They make up the rules as they go along. These lot. When I say these lot, I mean FIFA.
Yeah. What about that speech by the president?
Oh, I don't know. I did say on the stream that after this, or I don't know, soon they should dissolve FIFA and just start a new governing body of world football and try and clean house, because it's not done themselves any favours these past with the documentary on Netflix and the revelations and all that.
He should just be dissolved in a vat.
Well, here's a talking point we can have for tomorrow. It's not really anything to do with the games that are being played today or tomorrow. So I did some research today, and on the Uruguay badge, there's 4 stars on there. And I'm having some debates in the chats of comments and videos. Uruguay faithful say that's 4 World Cups, which of course on record is technically only 2 World Cups. But they're going and saying that they have won 4 World Cups because pre-19, I know it's boring and it's history, but it's world football history. But pre-1930, the first World Cup was in 1930. They had 2 Olympic Games. With football involved, and Uruguay won both of them. So they're claiming they've won 4 World Cups, where technically the history book says 2 World Cups. But that's a debate for tomorrow. Will bring that up. But maybe a quick, short, sharp take on that. Anyone want to jump in on that? Alex, you're an Englishman. You've won a World Cup. What are your takes on that claim to 4 World Cups?
It makes me a bit sort of gutted about England, but you know, I think Uruguay's probably, there's an argument, I suppose there's some kind of argument there for Uruguay.
Yeah. I'm sure if the boot was on England's foot and they'd won some gold medals in football, they would be all about it as well. They'd be saying, and it's on their badge. They put it on the badge. So I think I read back in 1992 it was officiated, or somebody in the FIFA officiated that to say, yeah, you can put your 4 stars on there. But when you look at the record books, there's only 2 right now, World Cups. Pete, what do you thought about that if you're listening?
You know, it reminds me of the Chicago flag with the 4 stars. They represent the Chicago Fires. That took down all of their cities, and then they had to rebuild. So it sounds like Uruguay's thinking the wrong way. I think they got a thrashing. Four big losses to Peru, Brazil, and Argentina. So that's
yeah. Well, hey, maybe we'll get some Uruguayans on, not today, but maybe tomorrow to talk more about that. Because I'd like to know. I didn't really ask them. I actually spoke to a couple of Uruguayans this week, and I didn't really bring that up. But maybe next time. But speaking of next time, we'll be back tomorrow for another one of these. They're about maybe 30 minutes long, and of course we will get everything hooked up, the tech hooked up, the link hooked up. So you guys watching, if you want to join in and kick some of these mafiosos out, you can be more than. But just watch your swearing, and you can't flash me your willies or anything like that because we're not doing video. It's all about the audio. I could flash my willy, but you know they can have a look at it if they wanted to, but I'm sure they don't. But anyway, that is it. That is all I've got. We're gonna bounce out. Closing comments, Alex and Pete, before we bounce out.
Well, my closing comment is: have you all got work sweepstake teams or something similar?
No, I did propose this way back in like September, October. And it was like tumbleweed. It was like, who gives? Nobody wants it. And then on like Thursday, they were like, I thought you were going to do a sweepstakes. And then I said, yeah, it's too late. I'm not. And then because I want to see, like, we have a lottery pool, and everybody was putting $4 into that, and I thought, I'm not going to bother with this. Yeah. What about you?
Mine, and the prizes are rubbish, but I entered mine, and I got the mighty Tunisia. So cheering them.
That's gold.
They're my other team.
Your other team. They're toast.
When England fail, I'm all about Tunisia.
You couldn't pick any worse. What about you, Pete? You got a sweepstakes going on?
Luck of the Irish.
Luck of the Irish. Luck of the Tunisians. Pete, you got a sweepstakes?
I do not. I think tomorrow we're going to see Southgate out for the first time out ever. A manager will be let go mid-World Cup with Iran winning it tomorrow. We might see some English turnover on Wednesday.
Yeah, imagine if that was to happen. Who would be the manager for it? It would it'd be chaos. But if he does not win that game, the pressure he's going to be under. And the same can be said for the American fella. I think his would you say his position is under review already? And I know a lot of fans are anti-coach at the moment for they maybe want Ted Lasso in there, but are you pro or against the coach right now?
He seems to get a little bit of a lot of slack, in all honesty, and it seems like the media says he's good till America in 2026 World Cup, no matter the way, because of the young squad there. So I am, it's make or break this World Cup. You've had your time, you've had your chance. Now do it or don't. Youth cannot be an excuse in a 4-year tournament that's on a global scale. So do it this time.
All righty. Oh, you know what? I think we might be back. I think I lost connection for a little bit. We might still be live. I don't know. But regardless, I think we better end it on a high note, or sort of a high note. And we'll check back tomorrow. Pete, if you're available to drop in before kickoff for the American game, I'd love to hear from you. Alex, the same. I know Jacob's already on duty, but we'll have the Zoom. I will be in touch with everybody. Thanks again for making this first phone-in show a little bit eventful and, of course, topical. And we had a good discussion, I thought. I think I had a better turnout here than I did for the actual stream earlier. Thanks again, guys. You're legends wherever you are. I know you can't see me, but I'm going to bounce out of the Zoom. I'm going to bounce out of here. And, of course, we'll catch all with you later. Again, subscribe, thumbs up, non-stop content all the way through to the final. These guys are legendary. So are you. I'll see you all soon. We're going to bounce out. Here it is. Bouncing. We're bouncing. I don't